Hi everyone, welcome to Firesoultarot. I hope you're all keeping well. Today I'm doing a reading that was a subscriber's request. So this reading is all about exploring your shadow side and your future spouse's shadow side, and figuring out what you two are going to heal within each other as you two come into union. So for pile 1 we have the giving heart. For pile 2 we have the adventurous heart, and for pile 3 the divinely connected heart. Also, for the people that need help with the zodiac signs, I'm gonna put some zodiac signs right at the bottom here. So we have pile 1 Libra, Gemini, Aries and Scorpio. Pile 2 Virgo, Cancer, Capricorn and Leo. Pile 3 Taurus, Sagittarius, Aquarius and Pisces. I'll see you at your pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So for your heart, it's the giving heart here, and for your future spouse, we have the trusting heart. I'm going to also now draw some other oracle cards, and then I'm going to draw tarot to see further about what's going to happen between you two. So first of all, pile 1, you being depicted as the giving heart, you're someone that is very giving in nature, somebody that has got the idea that the more you give, the more you receive. And this mostly works, except what has happened in your life is that sometimes people have been using you. And so what you had to refine. So along your path, you met some people that used your kindness, your openness of heart, and your generosity of heart. And this, of course, has led to you needing to set healthy boundaries for yourself about who you give your energy to. And I think that you've already reached a level of understanding on how to be more selective and more accurate in, towards the people that you actually give to. Now, on your future spouse's side, we have the trusting heart. So, with this card, your future spouse instead at times trusted people that eventually betrayed them along the way. And this has brought them to have another type of, let's say, scarring of their heart, which has led them to close up and create like a barricade behind which they started trying to protect themselves, and they coming into new union with you will start to lower down these boundaries and coming out of this hiding place basically that they've created for themselves. By you showing your giving heart to your future spouse, you're going to be helping them to open up to trusting again, once again, the trust that had been betrayed in them. And your future spouse will help you understand that they are a trusting heart that can be trusted, and is the kind of heart that you can give to safely. So I already see this dynamic between the two of you in terms of your shadow and what you're going to heal together by coming into union. Let me now draw some oracle cards for you and for your future spouse further, just to investigate even more, add more depth to this reading. and then I'll check tarot as well. So for you, we have you got the love, Adarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So this kind of confirms what we already said, because again there is this energy of being codependent, which means I give and I will therefore receive. So it's like sort of a transactional type of love. And I'm not saying this to say that you are the type that would see it that way, but I think on an unconscious level you might have done it, because you thought, because probably you created this pattern where you thought within yourself that yes, I'm giving, therefore I'm going to be receiving from this person. But then you giving without evaluating who you had in front of you properly in the past has led you to give to people that used you, energy vampires, people that were not giving back. And so that demonstrated that you needed to set these boundaries. So this is a confirmation really of what we have already seen as a message with your first art card. Let's see for your future spouse. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. Okay. This is referring to your future spouse having the need to let things unfold in divine timing for themselves in terms of their own healing in order to come to you, because I think this process of healing that they are going to need to go through, if they don't start dismantling these barricades that they've been hiding their heart behind, they initially, I feel in your connection, will not be able to be open to receiving your love. And this may create some a longer path for you to come into union. Like this may bring some more convoluted ways of coming together. There may be, we'll have a look with tarot, but there may be you may be going through cycles with each other where you're going to basically help each other to grow out of your shadow side and into the creation of what you need to do for yourself. So in your case, pile one, you needing to really apply self-love and giving yourself more giving to yourself more before you even give to anyone else. And then on their side, giving themselves the time to reflect on the fact that the love that they seek is not going to be entering their life unless they open up properly to it. So I feel already there is like a path of growth that you both will take. This could be that I'll check again now with tarot just to make sure, but this could happen in this way. Maybe you two will meet, but then you two will go through some time where you need to be apart in order to figure this out. But as I said, I'm going to check it. But before I check with tarot, I want to draw more oracle cards in order to go deeper into this research about what are your shadows that you both will address as you come into union, and what you both will help each other to understand. Faith. So this is about you having faith in good things coming to you, in you deserving, the things that you seek, being deserving of the things that you actually want in your life and desire. So let me see for your future spouse. Gratitude. Yeah, because I feel like your future spouse has a tendency to self-sabotage connections because they feel like they have been mistreated, and therefore for some time I feel your future spouse went through a period where they were not really grateful about the things that they had in their life, and they felt really like down and very much mistreated by life, and therefore they had to rebuild this sense of gratitude towards life and what like life can bring. Okay, so pile one, let's see what else. So I feel like you have the need to restore your faith about good things coming in your life, not because like just because you know you are deserving of whatever you wish for no particular reasons. Like it's not like you have to work for it, you just have to be yourself, and that will be just about enough. Let me see what else. Look at this, as I said, that acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Yeah, I think there is acceptance about like you are going to be working on the acceptance about who you are fully. You know when we have a tendency maybe to wanting to do everything right and sort of like perfect quotes. Of course, there's nothing perfect, and I feel like what you're learning as you come into union with your future spouse is that you're learning to accept things as they are. Like you do not need to be perfect, you do not need to always do the right thing, you do not need to be always the one that um, can't be called out on anything, you know. I feel you're accepting your imperfections. I feel you're accepting more and more yourself just as you are, with all of your imperfections and with all of your shadows. I think you're really reaching this point, especially coming closer to the union with your future spouse, where you're actually not too worried about people's opinions, judgments on you. Yeah, definitely. Like that's for me this acceptance card. It's like I am who I am. Take me if you want me. Don't take me if you don't want me. Just I don't couldn't care less at this point. You know, that kind of. I feel like this is the kind of energy that you're coming into more and more. Let's see your future spouse. Oh, okay. Imagination. There are three actually. Imagination, blame, and honesty. So let's see. Here it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. Yeah, because I feel like your future spouse has been in a prison of their mind. This is somebody that might have been like an overthinker, somebody that would go over and over the things that happen to them and hurt them. And I think that this didn't leave any space for their imagination, for their creative side. I feel like this was kind of a self-imposed torture sort of thing, and blame. In fact, they also felt guilty about what had occurred to them. Like, how could I let myself be mistreated? You know, how could I let myself trust people that weren't deserving? Yeah, they had to really go within and learn how to um, listen to their inner wisdom, to their intuition, to their gut feelings, and they had this self-loathing, or they have these self-loathing thoughts about themselves, like they're being very harsh with themselves, and you I feel by being this giving heart, this giving person, are going to show them that they don't need to be so hard on themselves, that we all can make mistakes, and you're learning this acceptance for yourself, and you're going to inspire, I feel, your future spouse to do the same and to release this blame that they're putting on themselves. I accept responsibility for my well-being. At the same time, you're going to show them probably and help them to see that they need to also hold themselves accountable in terms of how they even treat themselves. I feel it's like my well-being is like you're going to help them to understand that their well-being is the most important thing, that their mental, physical health is the most important thing, emotional health, and that they need to start they can't be blaming everybody else that did this or that to them as well, or blaming themselves. Self-loathing or blaming others is not going to resolve what has occurred. You're going to really, I feel, help them to understand that all they can do when other people take action is to be responsible for the way they react, and this is really what's going to help them to, you know, take ownership of their own life and of their own emotions and of their own well-being. And then honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others. Look at this. But I can expect it from myself. So your future spouse, through this journey with you, in the union with you, will understand that there have been, yes, people in their past that they haven't been honest with them, and that they can't have high expectations on everyone, but they can certainly, though, be honest with themselves. And I feel like this is because when they locked up themselves into this barricade to protect their heart, I feel like they weren't even honest anymore with their own feelings and following what they actually felt, because they were terrified of the fact that they could repeat mistakes from the past. And they were kind of like questioning, is this going to be a repeated story of what I've already experienced before? Am I doing the same mistakes? Am I repeating the past? And I feel there was a lot of there will be a lot of doubt when they meet you. This person will be it feels like they will be very doubtful about trusting their own judgment and trusting their own ability to evaluate you that are in front of them, and really questioning themselves about what they're feeling for you, because it might look too good to be true, and it might look like oh, maybe I'm just you know, falling into the same trap as I did before, by, you know, trusting this new person that's coming in my life, and allowing them to, you know, to make me open up my heart again. And they're going to be terrified about this, I feel. So you're going to help them open up slowly again. It's going to take time, as it says here. So it's not going to be an easy process, I feel. I'm sorry if that's hopefully that's not upsetting you, but that's what I see here. So I'm going to be honestly speaking about what I see. I'm not going to, you know, sugarcoat any messages. This is for guidance. You know, tarot is for guidance, and this is what I do. So let me see for you, what is it that you're improving? Oh, okay, your abandonment wounds. So you pile one have experienced this feeling of being neglected, abandoned, not nourished, and yeah, and you might have you know sort of tried in your romantic relationships to kind of find a surrogate family, and your future spouse is going to help you to understand. Well, I feel like you already are working on this personally. I feel like you're already on this path of self-empowerment and being completely relying just on yourself. I feel you already are on this path, but we'll check with Taro. And your future spouse is going to help you even more to make you work in that direction, I feel. And maybe this will happen because of the fact that they will not immediately open to you because of their trust issues. You are going to have to go your separate ways, I feel, and this will make you grow into your own independent self even more. This will allow you to grow into your sense of I don't need to depend on another, although you feel love for them. But yet you're going to be like, well, I can stand on my own feet, I can do my own things, and I can live my own life. And this is going to empower you to grow. So I think you two actually match really well, because the fact that they have a trust issues to work on will make them retreat, which will allow you to resolve your abandonment wounds. Because when this person is going to leave you, let's say in the cold, because they have trust issues, they're going to trigger into you the growth about your self-independence and not having to rely on somebody else to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel, all these kind of things. You're going to develop your own sense of self even farther, I feel. And on the other side, your future spouse, by you being so giving, that will trigger in them the response, okay, is this a trick, is this a trap to make me fall into something that, maybe this person has got an hidden agenda that I cannot see. This person is so giving, why are they giving me so much? And this questioning is going to make them then eventually have to face the fact that you are actually a genuine giving heart, and therefore they're going to anyway feel the love for you, and therefore this is going to trigger their growth in terms of addressing their trust issues. So there you go. That is why you're a perfect match for each other. Let me check what their archetype is for them, what they need to work on. That was quick. Angel, let's see the shadow attribute. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. I feel like, you see, this connects really well with this honesty card. I feel like your future spouse has a shadow side, of course. Maybe looking at wanting to appear more angelic, more, innocent than they actually are. Because I feel like to protect themselves, this person won't be completely honest with you about what they are feeling. And therefore, in that kind of way, they're not innocent, because they were basically hiding, I feel, a lot of their feelings for you, at least at the beginning of the connection with you. So let me pull this away now and I'll clarify with Tarot. Right. Okay, so what will pile one future spouse help them as their shadow side? Let's see. High Priestess reverse. Nine of Swords reverse. Knight of Pentacles. And Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Pile one, I feel like you've had times where you felt disconnected from your inner guidance, times where you were not sure about what to believe anymore. There have been times where you have felt emotionally very confused and unsure of what was the right person to pick or the right option, you know, in terms of for yourself, for your life. You might have had even many different options in love, like, but at the same time, you might have felt like it was all an illusion and that you were kind of misled by people. So you had sleepless nights even in regards to what is the meaning of any of these connections with any of these people, I feel. And what your future spouse is going to help you with is feeling grounded once again, and by showing up, because they are showing up to you, for you, in a way that is consistent. Now, of course, that's after you two come properly into union, because I already perceived that there will be some initial stage where you two will not fully be in union. But let me check on their side as well, so that we can actually confirm this and have a look more into this. So what is it that you are going to help your future spouse with in terms of their shadow side? Let me shuffle a little bit more. So your future spouse will really help you to quiet your mind, I feel, to come out of this anxious state of mind. Let's see. What are you helping them with? Eight of Wands. Seven of Swords reverse. The Empress. The Five of Wands. The Ace of Wands reverse and the Nine of Wands reverse at the bottom of the deck. Let me move a bit the cards, hold on. I feel like you two are going to have some confrontation with this Five of Wands. There is going to be some time where you two are going to passionately discuss about things, but through this passionate discussion that you're going to have with your future spouse, you're going to pull them out of this hiding place where they're barricading themselves in order to protect their heart because they have distrust issues. And you're going to show them that they can be honest, Seven of Swords reverse, that they can express their passion towards you, that they can be honest about how much they are into you, because you are a safe place. The Empress, the most nurturing, and giving feminine energy. So a very welcoming energy, an energy that can be trusted. I mean, this is the mother figure, the mother archetype. And if it was in reverse, it would be a toxic mother figure, but being upright, or a toxic feminine figure, but being upright, you are embodying this very giving heart, this very giving nature of the feminine that nurtures the others. And therefore, your future spouse will understand that they can actually allow themselves to believe in this love, to believe in the possibility to create with you, to expand, to make something beautiful with you out of the life of you two coming together. And you're going to restore their spark for life. Now this Ace of Wands is in reverse because that's the sort of the energy that they're coming out of, where they were suffocating their own passion for life by locking themselves in this self-inflicted cage, because it felt it was the only way to keep themselves safe in their art, that had been mistreated in the past. So they're coming out of this energy of overly protecting themselves, and this is going to happen not not in an easy way. I have to say, you two are going to have animated discussions where you're going to make them understand that if they don't honestly express what they're feeling, this is going, no, this is what is basically going to sabotage this connection. So you're really helping them to understand it, and your future spouse is really helping you to bring clarity about the fact that they are worthy of your own trust, and that they're worthy of you to give to them as much as they want to give to you, with loyalty, with because they present as the Knight of Pentacles towards you, so they want to give you something. They want to be loyal and devoted to you, and therefore I see this is a nice combination, you know, for you to overcome your boundaries, your self-limiting beliefs, the barriers that you both have created around your art. You having lost the faith and kind of having a big confusion about which is the direction in terms of your emotions, where to invest. And this has stressed you out in a very strong way, I feel. And them learning how to open up again to love, really, and trusting once again. So this is really what I see, pile one. This is what you are going to help each other to grow. I hope this message resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel to support my work, share this with anyone you think could benefit from watching this, and please leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you thought about this reading, about what, if it brought you anything, you know. So I wish you all the best, and have a great day. Hi Pal 2, welcome to your reading. So you picked the adventurous art. I feel like you're a very passionate person. I feel like you're the type of person that when you explore, and when you allow yourself the time to, you know, explore your inner self, as in creativity, as well as when you explore the outer world, you know, when you go on a trip, when you go on adventures, when you start something new. I feel like you really light up, and you might have at times, I feel, kind of a bit repressed this side of you for a reason or another. Probably life circumstances, many different things might have contributed to this, and I feel like your future spouse is going to reignite this light in you, this you know, this life force that you naturally have. I feel like your future spouse is going to sort of give it a, yeah, like an ignition. It's like the spark, the spark that makes the flame start again in a fire. And so I really feel like this is going to be a, as it says here, set sail on a trip of a lifetime. This is going to be a big life change when your future spouse comes in your life and you two come into union. Is going to be a whole new chapter, really brand new. And your future spouse comes out as the rejected heart. So they've experienced, especially in their romantic life, a lot of rejection, and they feel very sad. They've been feeling very sad about this, and I feel like this has sort of trapped them in a feeling of having lost hope in the possibility of true love. And I feel when you will come into their life, that they will feel very much again similarly. I feel like you really are this bright sunshine that's making them feel good again. So I feel like you two are really helping each other to overcome similar things, although slightly different. um, I think you have been dormant, like sort of in a slumber, sort of. You probably have been kind of in hibernation somehow for some reasons. And I feel like your future spouse has kind of lost hope, and you're going to restore their hope, and they're going to wake you up again. So that's the feeling I'm getting. But let me gather some more information through some oracle cards. So for pile 2, please give me extra information. So this one was coming. Yeah, the portal, look at this. It says here, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. This is about really coming, waking up again your wild spirit to go on to this adventure, to cross this portal, to come into this new reality. So it's really confirming the message that came out with this first heart card. So this is going to be a new door that's opening, really, a really big portal for you, a really big transformation, I feel. Let's see for your future spouse. Cracked open, look, wow. Rock bottom, what did I say? Your future spouse felt like they reached rock bottom, really, really down, really sad. And here it says, surrender to the alchemy of life. So when you two are coming into union, your future spouse is going to want to surrender to you and what you bring, and to this flow of, of new life that's coming from you, from your energy, which is very, very passionate, very fiery. I feel like you are going to really make them ignite from inside. Pile 2. I love that. Let me see more. One more information can we get for pile 2? What is your future spouse going to help you overcome? Gossip. Yeah, the fear of judgment from others. Either it be your mother, your aunt, your granny. I see female figures here in particular that might have influenced your either upbringing, and they might have been judgmental towards you. They might have been even speaking behind your back, and then maybe you found out about it. So there is this energy of a bit of toxicity that you have been surrounded by, and that has influenced the way you freely express yourself in this world. has influenced the way you are making your choices. And I feel like your future spouse is going to help you liberate yourself from these kind of energies that are affecting you either currently or in your past, that have been affecting you in your past. Let's see for your future spouse. Vanity. I feel that your future spouse dealt with people in the romantic life that were very vain, very self centered, very egotistical people that have only looked after their own needs and therefore made your future spouse feel rejected, neglected, not really cared for. Yeah, your future spouse felt that these people that they had previous connections with, especially romantically, didn't really care about them. They only cared for themselves. They probably had somebody previous to you that could have been having narcissistic tendencies, I feel. So let's clarify further. So let's see for pile 2. What is it that your future spouse is going to help you healing as you two come into union? What is your shadow side? Pile 2. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I feel like for this pride card to be here, you might have felt like at times you needed to protect yourself from these negative energies that were around you, negative forces. The kind of, it was either envious people, jealous people around you, something of that sort. I feel like there was this kind of competitive energy around you, and I feel that you might have had to protect yourself from this by sort of putting nearly up a facade, and this kind of became a little bit of an armor that even suffocated you and kind of made you become, in a way, someone that has this strong facade towards the external world, and this strength that you had to build around yourself, it nearly blocked your more flowy side, your more soft side, your more creative side, and go with the flow type of side to be caged in, I feel. Because when you have to protect yourself, clearly, like the vulnerability of the soft side of you, it gets masked. And I feel this is the type of process that has been occurring in your life. And so your future spouse will actually help you to become more like yourself and to really love yourself, and let yourself free, I feel. And yeah, and I feel like he's going to liberate you from the outer pressures, external pressures that you have experienced. Let me see from your future spouse what's happening with them. What's their shadow side that you will help heal? Hold on. One card, please. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Yeah, your future spouse has been in a place of worrying that good things wouldn't come to them. They really were sad. I feel like they were really down. They really reached the point of, as it says here, rock bottom. And I feel that they were really worried that their desires wouldn't come true. So you coming in their life is going to help them realize that hope is not lost, that not everything is lost, and that there is still hope for good things to to happen to them in their life, especially the things that are most dear to their heart. So let me see now one archetype for you and one for your future spouse to confirm even further, and then I look into tarot. So let's see. Visionary, let's see the shadow side. Selling insights to the highest bidder. And compromising your vision, yes, to make it more acceptable, exactly. Yeah, I feel this is the type of energy that you have come into because of these external forces I was talking about that have compromised your own vision in order for you to feel like it was acceptable to the outer world. Now, you may already have worked on this by yourself, but when your future spouse will come in union with you, they will definitely help you to overcome this fear of not being accepted for who you are and for what your vision authentically is. So this is a call for you with your future spouse to become more authentic and to really show yourself as you are with no fears, and that you do not have to sell out to people. So let's see for your future spouse. Okay, too many. Let me reshuffle. Sorry, I need just one archetype for them. Let's see. A whole block wants to come out, but I'm just looking for one card, please. Oh my gosh, it's just your future spouse. Come on. I want to see, because maybe I need to take the whole block. Okay, your future spouse needs a lot to work on. Let's see. So negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. Yeah, your future spouse seems like somebody that really gave and gave to people, and really, it's really like a good-hearted person, very genuine. But I feel like at times they didn't have the ability to be practical. I feel with their choices for their best, um, outcome for themselves. And so yes, I feel like they kind of need to look after themselves a little bit better, I feel. And then here, places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. I also feel like for some time they probably disconnected from their own heart and focused solely on work, because they were so dissatisfied with what was happening in their love life that they felt there was no other way but to close their rejected heart and just put financial gain above everything else. So they need to rebalance their heart space, I feel, and that's what you're going to do for them. Damsel, waiting for a night to provide for you seduction by romantic illusion. Yeah, I feel like this person was seduced by possibly somebody with narcissistic tendency in their past. Somebody that kind of used their seductive qualities to involve them with your future spouse, and your future spouse kind of fell into this trick because they were looking for someone to be this, let's say, knight in shining armor. Even if it's a man we're talking about here as your future spouse, Still, they felt like they needed to be so sort of saved by somebody else. So I feel like your future spouse, what they're going to need to work on is really empower themselves to a much stronger level. And I feel like they are actually doing that already, this by focusing on their work. But when you come into their life, they will be able to rebalance also their heart space, and therefore they will understand that they can also feel empowered in a love connection, which hasn't made them feel that way before. They felt very disempowered. So let's see the last one for your future spouse, and then I'll go into tarot. Dictatorial control, abuse of authority. I actually feel they might have been the victim of abuse of authority, possibly even from their own father. This could have been a father wound that therefore kind of made them feel very little, like that their self-esteem wasn't fully there. I feel like people mistreated them because your future spouse didn't have fully acknowledgement of their own power, of their own value. And I feel like they are going to with you to learn how to properly um, be the master of their own life. That's what I feel. But let me clarify with tarot, because I really am curious now to see what will come out with tarot. Let's see. Right. So I'm gonna have a look for you with this tarot deck, and then I'm gonna have a look for your future spouse right after. So for pile 2, 2 swords reverse, Knight of Cups, Temperance. I feel more cards. Hold on, this was bouncing. Judgment. Yeah, what did I say about awakening your spark? Yes, and 6 of Swords. So pile 2. I felt this Judgment card would come out, honestly. Your future spouse, with their love for you, will heal the part of you that felt unaccepted, and will make you understand that you can come out completely of being indecisive in your life and not taking a decisive direction towards what you want to achieve in your life, because this is the type of life you want for yourself, instead of having to listen to other people's opinion that have pushed the pressure on you to perform in a certain direction or a certain way, or to be in a certain way. So 2 swords reverse, you're going to be very decisive with your future spouse about what you want to achieve in your life. You're going to become this alchemist with the Temperance, where you feel balanced in your emotions and you feel like you are in a safe harbor with your future spouse, where you can express fully yourself and build the type of life that you desire, that you want to see happening for yourself. No one else can tell you which is the direction you're going to take. You're going to be in command of your own life fully. And that's the type of awakening and spark of this adventurous heart that you have locked within yourself, I feel, is going to happen when you come into union with your future spouse. Now let's see your future spouse. What are you helping them with? Knight of Pentacles. You're going to help them to ground themselves, to feel strong, to speak their truth to the others, to drop any burdening thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and to take the leap to create this beautiful family with you, and to come out of this energy of feeling rejected, feeling neglected, feeling like there is nothing else left for them to work on, that right down to the bottom. The Four of Cups is really an energy of rock bottom, when you're like totally dissatisfied about life. So your future spouse with you will come out of this moment. What did I say about the coming out of the slumber for you? This is the wake-up call. Honestly, this reading couldn't be more resonating with the tarot and the oracles. But with them, they're going to also wake up and start walking again after they felt like sitting down doing nothing with their own self, because they were like so depressed. I mean, honestly, this is the energy that's coming down, like feeling rock bottom. I can't even move. I just want to sit down and do nothing with me. This is the type of energy they're coming out of with you, and they're rejoicing. Look at this. Going light on an adventure with you to build something big, something that they believe in, something that they trust you. They trust you to help them through this. They trust you to tame their own demons and to cut all this energy that has been making them feel like they couldn't move anymore, because they felt so heavy, so burdened. And you are going to help them to drop this and come into this light energy of the Fool, starting brand new, starting again, tabula rasa, a new beginning for something so beautiful with you. Excuse me. And they're going to feel like they want to give you the world, give you a lot, and be resilient, be dedicated and loyal to you. And they're going to want to give you everything they can, because you're nurturing them, because you are giving them the strength that they needed. So it's an absolutely beautiful combination of energies between you two, where you two will support each other no matter what, and in order to achieve this beautiful future together, which will make you feel awake and satisfied and safe, and like life is starting again. I mean, Judgment is a very strong card of restarting life, and the Fool is another energy of starting life again. So you both are going to represent a big new beginning for each other. So I absolutely love this energy for you too. It's so romantic, it's so supportive, and it's so beautiful. Pile 2, I wish you all the best, and if you like this reading, please like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate any support for my work. Share this with anyone you think could benefit from watching this reading, and please let me know in the comments if this was the message for you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Hi Paltry, welcome to your reading. So you chose the divinely connected heart. So I feel that you are an old soul, Paltry. I feel you are an highly evolved soul, and you're very connected to your higher chakras. Your higher chakras are very active. I feel that you, with your future spouse, you have already shared past lives together, and I'm saying this because here it says meet your karma. So I feel like you have already shared these past lives which have built some karma between you two. And so you coming into union with your future spouse is going to be you resolving any karma that needs to be resolved between you two from these past lives. And I also feel that you two coming into union is going to be bringing you both through a process of ascension to an even further level. So as I said, I feel you both are very highly evolved souls, and I'm really, really shocked at the fact that both of these cards have these very bright golden colors. I didn't pick this card, I just randomly shuffled them out, and this is like a perfect match. I don't know, it just feels like you two are at the same level of soul evolution in a way, and that you two are bringing each other to a higher level even further. So I'm talking to really, really high and old souls and highly evolved souls here. Now, your future spouse has got the word the art. Your future spouse needs to work on the feeling of being enough. So there is a sense here of having to learn lessons about self-worth, and you're going to help your future spouse to go through that. And I'll clarify now, what is this karma that you need to resolve with your future spouse? Let's have a look at the oracle cards I want to come out for you too. For this pile, I feel a feeling that a lot of you may be on the twin flame journey because of the fact that I really feel like this is the group of the very old souls that might have already had a lot of past experiences together in other lives. Okay, so let's clarify. So, for pile 3, what will your future spouse help you to progress as working on your shadow side? Let's see. Alright, we have 2 cards I want to pop. So here it says double mission. Look at this. Light worker star seed. I felt this very strong energy of some light beings here. Serve the world by being you. So you coming into union with your future spouse is going to bring you really onto your life purpose. You two have a mission to accomplish here. Whatever you do, you don't have to be a spiritual guide, but that could be also. But definitely this is the group of the light workers, of the people that are star seeds, and so you know yourself, I mean. And your future spouse will make you step even farther into being you and into you understanding your life purpose. I'll check more on how this is going to happen, but let me see the next card that came out. The Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Yes. So this is probably your mission here explained. So bringing unconsciousness to light is part of your mission, pile 3, sorry, what am I saying? Sorry. And you might have a connection with pile 1 since I mentioned it, but anyway. So I feel like this is about seeing the potential within you, first of all, and sort of unleashing whatever is in your unconscious and to bring it to reality, to manifest all the things that you feel you're called to manifest in in the 3D reality. Anything at all that you have dreamt of, anything at all that you have envisioned, these are all things that are important for you to bring down and into the 3D realm. That's the message here. And your future spouse is going to help you to do that. So let's see on your future spouse, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to work on as a shadow, and what are you helping them to do? Let's see. I remember. Soul plan. Look at this. The fated life versus the destiny life. I feel that your future spouse is working on understanding as well. What are they meant to do on this earth? And I feel that they might have gone through some time of confusion where they weren't completely clear about this. And they might have gone onto a path that they then recognized not to be aligned with their authentic self and with what they actually feel called to do. So I feel like you two are going to help each other to align with your soul purpose. As I said, this is a very high level energy here that I'm talking about for you two, and you two having really like something very important to accomplish in this lifetime. So let me clarify further with this other oracle deck. So what is your future spouse going to help you to achieve and ascend? How they're going to help you to ascend? Look at this miracle. As I said, this is a very high energetic type of like this is high vibrational energy I'm reading here for pile 3. Honestly, couldn't be more. The first two piles weren't as much like this. And so I feel like you're really helping each other to manifest something big here. Let me see on your future spot. Look, abundance. Look at all this yellow. There's so much brightness, so much light energy. It's really mind-boggling me. It's mind-blowing in a way. But yeah, you two are going to really help each other to manifest an enormous amount of things for yourselves, both materially as well as spiritually. I feel you are on a very high energetic level of expansion. That's what I'm feeling here completely. Let me see. Let me see more. What else? For pile 3, so what are you going to be working on? Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So your future spouse is going to help you to link in even more into your intuitive side and to become decisive about the miracles and the manifestations that you're going to want to see happen for yourself, because they're going to be part of your soul purpose, your soul journey. So you're going to become more decisive as you come into union with your future spouse, more decisive about your project, your plans, your actions. You're going to ground this energy, this high level vibrational energy that I see here. Empathy for your future spouse. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. I felt called to read for your future spouse the worthy art. It says here, dear heart, I know you carry brokenness, criticism, and not feeling good enough within you. You don't believe that you are worthy of comfort, kindness, acknowledgement, and encouragement. You hide because you are unsure of yourself, your talents, abilities, and most of all, your value in intimate relationships. I feel you because you are not alone. Like many other arts, you bought into the story of luck. I feel you both have gone through some luck mentality because I see you manifesting miracles as you come into union with your future spouse. And therefore, for this to be here, it means that at times you have doubted your own intuition that was guiding you. Yeah, because here it says, serve the world by being you. And I feel like at times you haven't believed in yourself as much as you should have done in a way. Seeing the potential, first of all, within yourself, and meet your karma, connect divinely within your, with the connect to the divine, connect with your intuition. You see here, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life in order to bring forward what you need to bring forward for your own life. And I feel at times you have felt indecisive, like you kind of lacked direction, and didn't really believe in yourself as much as you should have. And your future spouse is going to help you to overcome this. And you are going to help your future spouse to overcome their sense of self-worth and sense of lack mentality. And this empathy card comes here because your future spouse is going to recognize that you equally need to learn to value yourself and your potential in order to unleash this potential and in order to serve the purpose of your own life as well as theirs. So, as well as their own. So, this is why the empathy card is here, because your future spouse is going to see a mirror in you. So, I feel like this mirror souls very strongly here in this pile. Let me read more for you. Here it says, you have been so busy looking outside for love and acknowledgement that you have forgotten how to refill your own inner cup. Deep inside, you know that no matter how much others say they like you or love you, and unless you can practice self-love, you will always feel like you're not enough. The truth is that you are enough. You are more than enough. You are bountiful, you are beautiful, and you are divine. You both have divine presence. Of course, all the souls have divine. I mean, we all are souls and we all have divine spark. But I really feel like you two are learning to recognize the divine in both of you. So you have a very common purpose and journey. You two are going to help each other through this. Let me see more with the archetypes, and then I'm going to go into tarot. Let's see. For pile 3. This one. Let's see the shadow attribute. The mediator. Negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. I feel like at times you felt like you needed to compromise what you really wanted for the sake of other people's agreeing with you somehow. Like You nearly felt like you needed other people to agree with what you were doing. That's what I'm feeling here. And this sort of became your identity, although it kind of made you feel at some point it made you feel like you were out of your true nature. I think so. I kind of feel like your future spouse is going to bring you back to your true nature as a person, and not to have to compromise as much as you actually did. Let me see the archetype for your future spouse, and then I'm going to check with tarot as well, just to get further messages. Okay, your future spouse got 2. Goddess. So shadow attribute says exploitation of the female nature and form. Now, regardless of who you're looking for as a person, a man or a woman, I feel this card is really talking about the fact that your future spouse at times put up these seductive qualities because they felt that it was the only way to actually obtain love. So, they kind of put on a charming armor or mask in order to call in love, as if they weren't enough just by being themselves, as if they had to sort of, quotes, sell themselves. I'm not really, saying bad things here. It's just that I feel like they needed to sort of perform somehow, and in order to gain the attention that they felt they needed from, especially in romantic relationships we're talking about. So they kind of put on these seductive qualities in order to attract, while instead you're going to make them feel like they don't need to perform, they don't need to put on this show, because you just love them as they are. Just, they're enough as they are, without having to perform specifically in a certain way in order to look more valuable than they already are. And the Virgin, shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. So I feel actually that your future spouse might have at times indulged into very superficial connections where it was all about the physical union of the bodies, but that was really covering up their fear of real intimacy, where they were really vulnerable and really exposing themselves to others. Because I think they were worried that in romantic connections especially, that if they had taken off this sort of armor, seductive armor, the person might have looked at them and kind of see a hole, or like something lacking that again, that they wouldn't have been enough. So they had this fear that if they hadn't put on like a show or a performance or something, that they would have not been appreciated for simply who they are in their just inner essence. And that's really kind of an obstacle to being vulnerable and really intimate with somebody, intimate on a emotional, spiritual level. And I feel like you are going to actually help them to open up fully and make them understand that you again love them just the way they are, and that you see value in them. So that's what I'm feeling with this oracle deck cards. Now let me see more messages with tarot. Let's see. let's see your side first. Pile 1. Oh my gosh, I keep saying pile 1. Pile 3. I don't know why. Okay. So let's see, pile 3. What is your future spouse going to help you with? 8 of Cups, reverse. Temperance. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords, reverse. 5 of Pentacles. That's the luck mentality we were talking about. 2 of Swords, reverse at the bottom. 5 of Cups. Pile 3, I feel like you probably experienced, especially in your romantic life, a lot of disappointment, a lot of situations that made you feel not appreciated. And I feel like that you might have at times gone back to people that weren't really deserving of your energy, just because you sort of didn't feel like able to fully detach from their energy. There was some form of codependency, I feel, and I feel that you didn't really have the courage to speak your truth to these people, to in these past connections, as much as you wanted to. I feel at times you kind of felt like there were so many words unsaid, so many unspoken words that you hadn't exchanged with people, that you didn't have the sort of the courage to exchange, and you weren't capable to fully cut the cord with these people at times. Yet you have gone into healing, and I see you rebalancing this already. Now I also feel when you will come in union with your future spouse or in contact with them, you will break this cycle of indecision. You will become more decisive and more enthusiastic again about life. Like you will respark new life. Like you will restart with new spark for life, and with more like your flame is going to be reignited as you come into union with your future spouse, and you're going to leave behind this feeling of disillusion, defeat, distress, regret about what happened in the past. All of that is just going to be wiped away by this healing energy that your future spouse is bringing with their love. I see the 2 cups here, I see the 2 cups here. So this love is going to really bring a lot of healing for you in terms of feeling new joy for life altogether. This uplifting energy, you know. And finally having the courage to completely cut off whatever bad memories are haunting you, I feel. So that's what I see on your side. I'm going to regroup it because I need to make space for your future spouse's spread. So let's see, what are you going to help your future spouse with? I saw the King of Pentacles. I feel like you are going to help them feel solid in their own energy, feel valuable, feel worthy. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to show them how much you value them as a person. Let me see, what are you going to help them? Look, 10 of Pentacles, yes. The value that you're going to show them how much you value building with them a future, a legacy, something that will bear fruits. So that's coming through here. You're going to make them understand how much you need their input in terms of building together. 5 of Wands. I think you're going to have animated discussions. I'll check more. Oh, look at that. You're mirroring each other like crazy. 2 of Swords reverse, you had that. Eight of Cups reverse. Let's see what else. I'm just curious to see if there is more mirroring here. Ace of Swords. This time is upright, but you had the Ace of Swords as well, although it was in reverse. Let's see one more card. The King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. You're going to help your future spouse to drop the burdening thoughts, this conflict that they had within, this conflict about not really knowing what is the truth about themselves. You're gonna make them understand how much you value their point of view, how much you value their mind, their ability to make a clear point of what they are thinking. You're going to help them to really be self-assertive, more assertive. Yeah, you're going to help them to grow into this very assertive person that knows exactly what is their point of view about things, and that is going to take, therefore, very careful decisions, and very, in a way that is not hesitating anymore. You're going to help your future spouse to gain clarity about who they are as a person, in order for them to feel free from, again, the cords of the past, the emotional attachments, just like you, that they can finally leave behind. Those emotional attachments to events occurred in the past that really burdened them and brought them down to the ground, made them feel like they couldn't anymore bear to carry this heavy load on their shoulders. So you two are going to create a beautiful life together, a life of abundance, a life of miracles, a life where you two both accomplish your soul purpose. And through a process of, discussing with each other, talking openly with each other, I see clear communication between you two and really effective. At times a little bit spiced up and passionate conversations, but I feel like it's going to be all for good, for the good of you both, for making you both become free from things that weren't serving you and that you couldn't let go of. Both of you are going to free yourself from that. Both of you are going to overcome the sense of indecision, how to move forward, and you're going to leave behind this grief, this heaviness, and you're going to heal each other and bring a spark into each other's life. That's what I'm feeling. Spark, clarity. There's going to be a beautiful combination of passion, right thinking, and a beautiful alchemy of emotions between you two. So this is your message, pile 3. If you like this reading, please like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, to support my work. I really appreciate anyone who takes these steps. Please share this with anyone you think could benefit from watching this reading, and let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if this was your story and if this is going to be your path. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself.